Okay, this is a tutorial on how to use eDoctrina to do the observations. So after you log into eDoctrina and you're at your main screen like this, just click on the Observe button. And then what you're going to want to do is type in the name of the person that you're going to be observing. So I'm going to go back to our test user. When you see the person that you're going to want to observe, you just click on that little I for observe. And it comes into their old view here. So really the first thing that you're going to want to do is change the view to the new observation screen. So and this piece I forgot to show you today. I had edited another one that was already here. So what you're going to want to do to actually start your observation is just click on Add Observation, and that brings up your blank observation screen. Now just going from top to bottom, first thing that you want to notice is this is a draft observation. Yes, you want that to be yes all the way through it until the very end, because as soon as you say no, it's not a draft anymore and you save it, it emails the teacher that the observation's done, edited, they can actually look at it and all that kind of stuff. Here is your scripting, and you do want to put the date of the observation. So if you do this 2 days after you've done the observation or something like that, change this back to the actual date of the observation. You could use this area up here as scripting. Start typing in what you want to type as far as notes if you want to. You don't have to use that. And then work your way from top to bottom. Lesson description. Okay. Um, So what next? Observation type. I want announced or unannounced. Just pick which kind it is. Scroll straight down. Um, if you want to put in information on each one of those standards, you can, but basically all you're going to have to do is pull down each one of these categories to the rating that you want to rank the person on, all the way down. If it's a informal observation or an unannounced rather, some of them could be not observed, but you notice like down here I have comments on domain 1. Rather than putting them into each standard, if I wanted to, I could just enter them right down here where it says comments on domain 1 and have like a general paragraph in there. Once again, classroom environment. Now I'm just going to scroll down and keep ranking the person. Keep ranking the person. If you were scripting, you could add the information to the script right here. So if I highlight it up here and say link script, it would actually put that information that I actually put in here. Then I could retype after I did that. So that's up to you if you wanted to link that script into it. Once again, I'm just going to keep going through it. Now let's say I'm all finished at the end. Um, I'm going to leave it as a draft for right now and say save. Okay, so let's say I wanted to come back to this later after the fact. So I'm leaving it as a draft for now. I can come back in and work on it. So let me just close out of this. Now if I go back, say I came back to this item later and I wanted to work on that observation, I'm going to go back to Cal Ripken, click on my observe. So from the main screen, if you want to see it from the main screen again, your eDoctrina login, here's your observe. Type in the name here, click on that observe. And I think they will be changing this default view to go to that other landing page, but for right now you will have to click on change view up here. And you see this is the one that I had already started, September 10th. I could edit this one to go back to it, or if I wanted to start a new observation, but it's in blue, meaning that it's a draft, so it shows up here. So I'm going to go back in and edit to say like I came back to my office, now I'm ready to actually keep working on that observation. Keep working all the way through. Let's say I was about to finish. Fantastic lesson, blah, blah, blah. Now, say I'm finished with it, I'm going to say, no, this is not a draft anymore, and then save. I could have done save and close to show you the next point. But now pretty much what happens is the person does get an email saying that it's finished. They've already, the observation is done. They could log in and look at it right in their email. Um, but then to get that printed copy, if you want to get like a hard copy to give to the person, even if we're going to do another type of sign-off sheet, under reports, there's an option for observe reports. And for this one, I'm going to do the individual teacher. So observer, John Holt, evaluator, okay, staff, Cal Ripken, that's good. So now to show like just this one, say I had multiple ones in here, I don't have enough of the filters. I have the filter that I want here, start date, end date. If that wasn't showing, if I didn't have the dates in here and I just did it, it would show me all of his observations throughout the year. So you really want to show more filters and say, okay, show me the one from September 10th. I'm going to end it on September 10th. So you put in the dates here. Now if I go into individual teacher, for me, I'm going to include all of this stuff in here just so you can kind of see what it's going to look like. But if I hit print now, this will load up a screen that pretty much shows me, okay, here's what the script was up top because I had that checked off. Here's all my ratings. Some were not rated. Here's the average score for each category. So, we don't really need to go through all this piece of it, but it weights it based on, okay, this is one informal observation, which I think was a third of what the total observations were going to be. So it looks like it divided it out by 3 here. So to get the actual printed view of this, like if I was going to be sitting across from a person and wanted them to see a hard copy of it as well, really what you'd want to do is this export to PDF. Export to PDF gives you a nice view, but like what we talked about, it will definitely get long because that's a lot of data in there as far as what their average score on each piece is. So I'm not sure if we're actually going to want to print this for every single observation or just have a sign-off sheet. The sign-off is probably, it makes sense. It makes sense to me as far as a possible way to go because you can see 4 pages right here. But there's a nice view to look at during like a post-observation conference. And then there is that sign-off sheet down at the bottom if we wanted to use that. So that's the basic idea. Give it a try and let me know if you need a hand or getting stuck at all. Thanks.